The weird psychology of crushes. It's strange, isn't it? How one person, just one, can make your heart race, your voice shake, and your mind lose all logic. You barely know them, yet they occupy every corner of your thoughts. That's not love. That's your brain, under a spell. Crushes feel magical, but psychology calls them obsessive infatuations. They're not about the person themselves, they're about the idea of them. When you develop a crush, your brain releases a cocktail of dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin, the same chemicals that flood your system during addiction. That's why thinking about them feels euphoric, and not thinking about them feels like withdrawal. Crushes form when your subconscious mind identifies something familiar, a voice, a gesture, a certain energy that reminds you of emotional patterns from your past. It could be comfort, challenge, or even unresolved longing. That person becomes a mirror reflecting your unmet desires. The weird part? Your brain doesn't actually need interaction to feed the crush. It thrives on imagination. Every time you picture them liking you back, dopamine spikes again, rewarding fantasy as if it were reality. That's why crushes can last even when you barely talk. Your brain doesn't fall for the person. It falls for the story it created around them. Psychologists call this limerence, an intense emotional state where you crave not the person's presence, but their validation. You imagine conversations, scenarios, alternate timelines, all trying to create a version of reality where you're finally seen. But the strangest thing is this: the less you know someone, the stronger your crush can become. Because mystery gives the mind freedom to fill in the blanks. And the human brain always fills those blanks with perfection. That's why real love feels different. Love sees flaws and accepts them. A crush ignores reality and replaces it with fantasy. Yet crushes aren't bad. They reveal something profound, what your heart still longs for, what your soul still chases, and what your mind still imagines possible. They remind you that you can still feel, that even after all the heartbreaks, your heart hasn't given up on connection. So the next time you can't stop thinking about someone, don't just ask, why them? Ask, what part of me do they awaken? Because crushes don't teach you about love, they teach you about yourself.